Ahava, blessings. Welcome to this video. My name is Aurea. I am an ordained Magdalene priestess, Reiki master, energy and sound alchemist. And on this Monday, it is a day that is aligned with the bait, with birthing, with creation, and with the moon representing our incarnated experience, our soul in our body. And as the moon is associated with Shabbat and Shekinah, and Maryam Magdalene is associated with the Shekinah as well, I thought it would be wonderful to share a little bit about Maryam Magdalitha. Mary Magdalene, Miriam Ha-Migdal. She goes by many names. And what I find very, very interesting is how her name is one of the few names of biblical women that is associated with a land mass, a location in the land, a geography. Yeshua also was called Yeshua, the Nazarene, Yeshua of Nazareth. Maryam, was not defined by her connection to a family, her connection to a man, a husband, like many of the women mentioned in the biblical stories. What I also find interesting is through all of the feminism and through all of these 2,000 years, we still have not recognized Maryam Magdalitha in the fullness of her essence. In many ways, she has been hidden. She has been vilified. She has been ostracized. She has been exiled from our consciousness, from our humanity, from our lives. And it mirrors how the feminine has been divorced from our own lives in many of our experiences. We are taught that we must become something else, whether it's the latest beauty standards telling us to have a nose job or get this silicone or Botox, or whether it is society telling us that we are not women, we have to behave like men in order to be successful, we have to subjugate and control our feminine power. I'm using my words very carefully because this is important. We have to subjugate and control our feminine power in order for us to be successful, for us to be accepted, for us to be able to be received in polite society. And we perpetuate this system, this erroneous system of being that doesn't just offend. It doesn't even offend, because it doesn't offend me. It simply is. This system that seeks to separate and continue to take parts of us away from ourselves, from our union to the divine, we play into it. We play into it by negating or trying to negate her history. She was a high holy teacher. She was a very educated and independent woman and wealthy. And I will go more into this in later videos, but I will also share this at the Conscious Life Expo, where I speak about the hidden Magdalene. And we can get angry, we can lash out, we can choose to have all kinds of negative reactions to the fact that the feminine, embodied by Mary Magdalene, a high holy teacher, a Kadisha, was ostracized and divorced from humanity and from ourselves, and act out from that anger. Or we can choose to remain in our sovereignty, in our power, and understand that because the feminine is wisdom, we must cultivate humility in order to receive wisdom. We cannot receive the feminine if we are in our arrogant nature, if we are angry, if we are constantly feeling embattled, betrayed, if we are in victim mentality. We cannot receive the feminine in her entirety. We can't even receive our soul if we are allowing ourselves to become embroiled and entangled in the latest narratives of what I need to be angry about today. And yes, there is a lot to be angry about, but let's put anger in its context. Anger serves as a pointer, a red flag, pointing us in the direction of what it is that we need to pay attention to, what it is that something outside of us is sharing about something within that we must resolve, that we must heal, that we must integrate. Mary Magdalene's gospel that was found in Egypt, it was written in Coptic. Her gospel is a blueprint for how we can ascend, how we can come back into that inner wisdom, access the inner wisdom, the new, and allow ourselves to receive the divine feminine, to not just receive her. I'm going to change my words. It's not just about receiving the feminine, because you can be a vessel and just constantly be receiving, and doing nothing with it. That's not why we are here. We are not just the vessel, we are also the light. Maryam is a title for the one who holds the seed of light, the light. My husky's shaking because he feels that energy. Maria, which is what Yeshua was called, is the one who is the light, the one who... So we have Maria, the light, and Maryam, the one who holds the light. As human beings, what she taught in her gospel was how we as human beings can return to our primordial essence and become the vessel, the pure vessel who can hold the light, receive the light, and share it. We didn't come here just to receive. We came here also to share the light of creation, the light that has no duality. This is what she is teaching us. This is why her consciousness is so strong. And by taking parts away from her, by projecting our own woundings onto the Magdalene, onto the feminine, we are continuing to live in separation. We are continuing to, instead of healing the divide, we are widening the chasm. And this is why I will be sharing at the Conscious Life Expo how we can understand who the Magdalene is and her importance in a historical context, and why we cannot divorce her from her Hebrew roots, her roots as a daughter of Judea, as a daughter of Migdal. We cannot divorce her from her roots, just like we cannot divorce ourselves from our roots, from where we came from our family, from our lineage. All of that is part of the rich tapestry that gets woven together to create our life. And it is up to us. We chose it, all of it. So it's up to us. What are we going to do with the many, many gifts that we've been given? And I know that we think maybe we've been given more lemons than gifts. But from lemons we make lemonade. So what are we doing to heal, to integrate, to come back into remembrance, and to stop divorcing ourselves from our soul. That is ultimately the story of the Magdalene and the consciousness of the Magdalene that is coming back into this planet more and more strongly every moment. It is that remembrance that we have to stop dividing ourselves, stop compartmentalizing ourselves into different fragments. When we do that, we fragment off parts of our soul. And we are here to bring back those sparks of our soul and infuse them, integrate them, in order for us to live an embodied, impactful experience on this earth. We are not here to divorce ourselves from the earth. We're not here to divorce ourselves from humanity. We are here to unify. We are here to remember that we are love, we are light, we are always connected to the divine. There is no separation. We only see the separation because we are in this world, and we're supposed to see it. But we're not supposed to let it define us. And we're not supposed to be continuing to add to it, in my opinion. We should be seeking ways to integrate and to heal and to ascend together. Because, like it or not, we chose to be here on this earth at this very, very important time in Earth's history. And we are remembering. We are remembering the light, the truth, the love that we are, and that we are here to share. Let's do a beautiful sound activation, calling in Maryam Magdalitha with these beautiful crystal alchemy singing bowls. Magdalitha, Maryam 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 Magdalitha. Let's take a deep inhale and exhale. Ahava, blessings. And if you're interested in coming to the Conscious Life Expo, all of that is linked below. If you like this, of course, follow, share, subscribe, whatever you have to do on YouTube. Have a blessed, blessed day. Ahava.